Leaders of NATO countries have gathered in Madrid for the Western Military Alliance's annual summit. The focus of the meeting is on the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the group's support of the nation. Speaking at the summit, the Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte said NATO is back.
I think it's important that we have this summit today. It is an opportunity to show that NATO is back. Unfortunately, very much also fueled by what is happening, the awful aggression of the Russian invasion into Ukraine. But the main message is we stand united. We will keep on delivering heavy weaponry into Ukraine wherever necessary.
The German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said that NATO countries will continue sending weapons to Ukraine for as long as necessary.
Russia has violated Ukraine's sovereignty and integrity with its brutal war of aggression. That is why it is not only right that the states that are meeting here, but also many others, make their contributions so that Ukraine can defend itself with financial means, with humanitarian aid, but also by providing weapons that Ukraine urgently needs. The message is, we will continue this for as long and as intensively as is necessary so that Ukraine can defend itself.
Meanwhile, in his meeting with NATO's Secretary-General, President Joe Biden announced that the US will enhance its presence in Europe. Military, air, sea and land reinforcements will be offered in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
To that end, today I'm announcing the United States will enhance our force posture in Europe and respond to the changed security environment, as well as strengthening our collective security.
The Russian aggression has also pushed historically neutral countries towards NATO. On Tuesday, Turkey agreed to Finland and Sweden's bid to join the military alliance, bringing its membership a step closer.
I'm pleased to announce that we now have an agreement that paves the way for Finland and Sweden to join NATO. Turkey, Finland and Sweden have signed a memorandum that addresses Turkey's concerns, including around arms exports and the fight against terrorism.
Well, for more on this, we're being joined now by our London correspondent, Sally Patterson. Sally, Moscow has always said that the expansion of NATO would be a red line. So has there been any response from the Kremlin on Sweden and Finland's decision to join the alliance? And what will happen today with regards to those countries?
Well, as you say, Laura, this has always been a big sore spot for Russia. In fact, this was the so-called expansion of NATO as an aggressive security alliance is actually one of Russia's reasons, well, so-called reasons for invading Ukraine in the first place. So it's no surprise that this is not going to go down well. We haven't seen a direct response from President Vladimir Putin so far, but we have seen in the past Kremlin spokespeople saying that this would damage relations with Russia and the country would therefore be forced to retaliate. So what is deemed there really to be a threat if Sweden and Finland did decide to join NATO and were allowed in. Now, this is obviously quite a historic moment. These two countries have been waiting to join the alliance for a little bit of time. Now, we know that originally when they tried to join, we saw concerns from Turkey. And because the alliance is run by consensus, it meant one country was able to block these two countries being allowed in. Now, after some big discussions, important discussions on Tuesday, we have now seen, as you say, Turkey agreeing to allow these countries in on the conditions that both Sweden and Finland crack down on what Turkey deems to be security threats from Kurdish groups. So assuming that those all go ahead, we now will see Finland and Sweden be allowed in. They're being invited in to join at the moment as attendees. Now, it hasn't all been confirmed and ratified yet, but we are now looking like that NATO is going to expand and allow those countries in.
And Sally, there's been an announcement as well, as we heard just then, from US President Joe Biden saying that he's boosting NATO deployments to Europe. So what's the latest on that?
well, this is likely to be a very crucial and also announcement, and also to set the tone, hopefully, for going forward across the summit over the next few days. Now, President Biden has announced that there will be a new US headquarters set up in Poland, a permanent one there, as well as sending more personnel, more machinery and everything needed to Europe, and especially the eastern flank, in order to bolster defence there. And this is exactly what other countries are hoping. We're expecting to see UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson also encouraging countries later on today to really dig deep into their pockets and to start spending more in order to show Russia that the alliance will not be pushed down. It will not be, it will not allow Russia to do what it's doing to Ukraine. So Joe Biden's proposals here are likely to go down well at the summit.
Sally, thank you. We'll speak again in just a second, so just hold on there. We'll come back to you in a very short while.